And we might do some pixel art today too. Might try some something. I don't know. The two options that were tied were play a game or DK's choice. And what I want to do is probably do the Saturday game dev day thing. That was weird. Did the screen go black for you? Okay, that's not great. Let's see. What should I call the stream? Are we bullying again? Wait, what? May, welcome back. How are you? But you should still let you speak. That's true. I can agree with that. I want to name the stream something enticing, something clickable. Had the best Filipino sour cream fried with a mayo kimchi dipping sauce. Damn. San Fran has all the best food. What are you doing here? Gotta go. With fries? Oh, sour cream fries with a mayo kimchi dipping sauce. That sounds amazing, actually. I've never been to San Francisco. If you want clickbait points, that's upgrade titles. Nope. No, I think I want something a little more. I was hoping for like remixes or something. What's this one? No. This might work for us. Try it. Jonathan on the sheep, they have such good stuff to make stock. Interesting. If I could, I'd live off seafood. Same though. Newbie Dev doesn't know what he's doing. Updated. I think I'd really like the city. San Francisco, probably. I probably would. I just feel like it'd be so expensive, you know? It was hard to find fresh oysters that weren't $25 for 6. And primarily get blue crab out here, and they're referred to as crabs, plural. Because 3 of those are the size of 1 Dungeness. They are, though. The blue crabs are tiny. All right, allow me to show you. Look out. Listen, you might not be able to tell, but this looks way, way different. And actually, one place you will be able to tell is in this. Remember this animation? How there was like a flicker here? We turned that off. It was $1 a piece in England. For what? For oysters? But we figured that out. For oysters, $1 a piece. Oh my gosh, give me some of that. I fucking love oysters so much. So that's all done, and these now look much more pixely because they're not being compressed to oblivion. Oh, turn the music on. What else did I change? Again, I was up very late last night, so I changed lots of things. Oh gosh, these look so much different. I might change this pixel right here. This particular pixel bothers me. Oh, on the faceplant, there's no more horizontal anything that happens. So when you fall, you no longer slide around. It just like poof. So it should make it feel much more chonky. Something that I changed because John, no more slide. Yeah. John was saying that the bouncy platforms just felt like you really had to time it exactly right. And if you remember, we took away the regular collider and then added a trigger collider to it. And let me show you the size that this was. Okay, so see this top capsule shape here? You see that? That's what the current collider is. What it used to be is it used to be that thin and be right on top. Like, well, I can't place it on top. There. And it was right there. That's what it used to look like. And what I did is we embiggened that. And now I feel like they feel much better. So it should be a little bit easier to jump off of them. Also, the bug that I fixed, while we were just chatting, when I was suddenly like, wait a minute, I have an idea, was the previous problem was when you were jumping and holding a directional key, you would get running behavior instead of jumping behavior, graphically. And now I think that we have that figured out because he's jumping every time. Before not. Another thing that we need to maybe fix is this right here, where if he's in a jump already and he jumps, he stays at the end of the jump animation rather than starting over a new one. And I got to figure that out. So that's on the list today. For fantasy football, I need Herbert to put up 49 points. That's a little rough. I got stuff full of oysters over there, I bet. The parts of the UK that had plentiful oysters for millennia, the Romans, who loved their oysters, left evidence of their oyster-loving presence in the form of oyster shells on almost all their UK sites. That's interesting. Gross, but fascinating. I can't get over how these look now. Much better. There's one pixel right here that I don't like either. Might change that. Let's change that presently. Wrong game. Wrong program. Open recent. What? Is it not even in the recent? It's not even in the recent. It's not even in the recent. Basic grass platform.ase. You can to be that color. You can be that color. There we go. Making my friends watch a movie. Right on. Oh, watch your friends watch V for Vendetta. Excellent. I recommend reading it for anybody who's never read it. By the way. All right, cross platform. All right, and then we go here. Sprites. And we do platforms, basic grass platform. Show and Explorer. Very good, very good. And now I open the new one. Created assets, basic grass platform. Replace. Refresh. I don't remember what pixel I didn't like, but it's gone. Oh, yeah, it's gone. It's fixed. Hey, Jester. Sometimes I feel like I've done so much in a day, and yet I still haven't done enough. I feel that. Sewage systems weren't in place, and many beds were contaminated with people nearly dying. Wait, what? Hold on. It's the downside of oysters. Happened in the mid-Victorian era. They were literally 10 a penny, and they were so readily available that the world would put them in pies. Ew. Oyster pie? Tribute to oysters from contaminated beds. Overnight, the oyster industry collapsed, and people couldn't guarantee the purity. Interesting. Oh, my jumping works now. But now I gotta fix this. So what's causing this? While he's jumping, if you hit jump again, you get stuck. You have to kind of pixel perfect it. But it's still a behavior that's not desired. Just because I get behind on things, really. My room is a mess now because I don't have time to work on it because I have so much other stuff to do. I get that. I find it hard to keep on track, keep on top of stuff like that. For sure. For sure. All right. Well. So it became a thing of the rich, so only they could get oysters from pure sources. There you go. That makes sense. Something about that reminded me of how everything is French. Everything is served in French, right? Because we don't have chicken, we have poultry. Or beef. Or what's another example of, like, there's a French word and a regular word, but the French word is like the fancy word. Because the serving would happen in French, because French was classy. Pork, pig, yeah. Mouton, beef. But yeah, that's because of French being the serving language, because everybody who's cultured had French. I knew that oysters have been plentiful and cheap, but didn't know why that had changed. Yeah, apparently. All right. So let's squash some bugs. We got the weird jumping behavior. So now what's causing that? Two things. Number one that I think might be causing that is we have it set so as soon as I can find it. Hello. Change animation state. If it's already in an animation state, it cannot replay the animation state. And with the jump buffer, I think you're able to jump now without actually, like, before you technically hit the ground. And with how I have that coded, you never go to a different state. Your current alarm is the Portal radio song? That's excellent. So that means that you just are never leaving the jumping animation state. And so it gets stuck in the end because it cannot replay. So I need to fix my landing logic somehow? If I put... is there any reason why this is all fucked? Hold on, we're going to try something. And then, whoops, undo. Okay, I don't know what I did. We're going to, what the hell? Stop. Butterfingers. There. Even though these are the same, and I'll be able to remove it in a minute. You're so close to 250,000 duckies? Oh, no. Too many people are close to 250,000 duckies. So if we do that... Now we're getting jumping behavior every time. So... That's restarting the jump animation every time because it's restarting the... what game am I? Wait, what? Oh, 364? Yay. So, if that then, do we need... We don't need this at all. Now, I don't remember why we had this specifically. Hold on. Want me to play Beacon Pines? Is that the weird, like, animal game? That is that game? Gotcha. So why do we have this? Ooh, does that mess up our death animation? It might. It might. It sure does. Okay. Yeah, it goes to idle instead of that. So that's why that wasn't that way. I could just make it so this buffer is not there. Oh, that's why. Because there's velocity. That velocity is more than that velocity buffer as it stands right now. Let's do this. Get rid of that velocity buffer entirely. Keep the current state not ducky dead. And then we'll go with that. Yeah, most languages do the same. Yep. I explained that very poorly. You did a better job. Stop calling her a noob. You're a game dead period. I'm a noob. Oh, because I still have the other one. Damn it. So let's limit that. Try that. Oops. We sat in a panel and the speaker told us to stop selling ourselves short? I don't remember that. Strangely, I remember everything else they said, but not that. All right, so now we're getting... Oops, except for right there. That. Weird, almost suspect. Hard to say, hard to say. John happened to really like the change where the ducky went red if you had been flapping your wings too long. So we might make that like a... we might make that a feature. Oops. You like the red change? Yeah. Where it's just... that's when it symbolizes that you're going to faceplant. What I might do then is also make a falling animation where you... when you come out of that... Because right now... Hold on. Right now when you come out of that, you go into this falling animation that's blue. And I might make a red falling animation. You have 506. Your selection would be Revita, especially since you're getting all wrapped up in the game development as late. What's Revita? I really am getting wrapped up in the game development as of late. That's not wrong. All right. Well, let's know what we're trying to fix to begin with. Was that jumping behavior? And that seems to be working. This might be an instance where we can eliminate this and then eliminate this. And what I want to do now is check the behavior on the windmills. Oh, I'm in the game. Just trying to figure out why I couldn't zoom out more. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. There. Boom, boom, ba-da-da-dum. It's a road-like platform with lots of mechanics reminiscent of Noita and also a story of emotional battle. Oh no. Sounds like something that I'd be interested in. One of those sides had a really weird collider. This one's good. That one's a little weird. This one's weird. What the fuck? I have questions. It is. It's this one. This one, the collider is all wonky. Oh, it's because we changed the thing, and I never changed the collider. Yep. 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 All right, which one is it? It is you. You are the culprit. Sure. Change polygon collider. Turn off the capsule colliders for now. So that looks good. That one looks good. That one looks good. It was just that one. That one was off for some reason. All right, turn back on them capsule colliders. There we go. Now we go ahead and take a look-see. Yeah, we might go further with that red change. For real. Hey. Oops, I fucked it up. Error. Yeah, so, okay. I let myself fall off that one on purpose. Because this looks good, it looks good, it looks good. Now it starts to look bad, but we're sliding off, so maybe that's okay. Am I looking at it too close? Does that look fine? Because it used to be that we would get like sort of running behavior out of it, and now we just sort of slide off and idle. Well, anyway, let's check the platform. That one looks good. I don't remember which one it was. That one looks good. Well, it should all be fixed. Changelog time. Spoop. I'll put that this here. One of the fix one of the colliders on one of the blades that was off. Should look much better. All right. So the main thing that I want to focus on right now is the camera, but I don't know if I should do that on stream because I feel like I need to look at some tutorials or something. Because, oops, that's not where I want to be. That's not where I want to be. I already hit the button though. And now we're stuck. There we go. Something with the camera, as it stands right now, is really low here. And that works great because generally speaking, you're going up. But the duck can literally leave the camera. See, I couldn't see him right there for a second. I can't see. Actually, that could be a part of why he literally leaves the whole damn thing. Also, this guy is hard to hit. Da, da, da. Oh. Huh. Hey, Fishbelly. Welcome on in. All right. So, let's play with some numbers on the virtual cam. First thing I want to do is copy all this down. Let's take a screen grab of all the numbers that I have. I'm going to put that in right here. That way I have it. And then press play and experiment some. So I'm going to go here and then we go here. And now I can see the camera. I wish that I had someone who knew what they were doing. So this is... I can zoom out more, just generally. What is making it so that we... All right. So we've got the dead zone, which is this little blank spot here where you can move around and it doesn't change the camera. Anything past that and it does change the camera. This red part is the... I just hit something. There you go. There. Do I want a Y dead zone? Maybe I don't want a Y dead zone. Dead zone height 0. But the left to right is fine. Now you are currently skewed way lower. Put that closer to the middle. I'm gonna make. Let's zoom out some. See what that's like. It defaults to 10. Still. It's so noticeable on the jump pads. And I kind of don't know what to do about it. I don't know what to do about it. Add a little bit of the dead zone there. Camera distance. Okay, that doesn't change anything. Dead zone depth. Oh, is that just from... That's got to be for a 3D rendering thing. He's so low on the screen. I never want him to be that low on the screen. Because when you're falling, it's not just that you're going up, you also have to fucking land. Oop, also, I can't move right now? Oh, no. Pause. Huh. That's new. Why would that be? Why would that be? I can move left and right, but I cannot. No. That is new. That's a new bug. Or at least one. I wonder if it's because of what I did to this. No. Because I just added this, and that worked. Let's see if I can replicate it. Game dev is hard. I don't know if you guys know this or if anybody has ever told you, but like, what the fuck? Oh, and now I'm just off screen completely. Cannot see where I'm landing. Yep, something that I did has made it so that I don't exit dead mode when I'm on a platform. So that was the landing logic here. Hmm. So maybe I needed that without the Ducky Dead state. I wish that I could reliably... I still haven't figured out how to actually make the debug mode fucking work. I try to attach it to Unity, but then it doesn't goddamn work. I should watch it. Hold on. I'm making myself a note to watch a tutorial on how to do debug mode. Yeah. I'll watch a tutorial about it. Interesting. So what we need then... Maybe I just put that back? Hell yeah. Because the flag was getting not reset. If I can land on the damn thing. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Fucking camera bullshit makes it too hard to damn land on the thing. There. And then I get up. Okay. So that fixed that behavior. That was my computer beeping, not yours. Missed. And now I can get up. All right, cool. So that was fixed. That's okay. Interesting. Because there was still an X velocity? Is that why I did it? Are those considered ground? Why was it doing that? But why? It is on the ground layer. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to call that fixed, though. It's a bug that I just created, so we're not gonna put that on the change log. Interesting. So this is needed. So was that what we did to fix the jumping behavior before? Hopefully not. I don't remember what I did to change the bug, the jumping behavior. The jumping behavior seems to right now the second work fine. All right, let's go back to camera looking at. I wish I could set this back to the defaults and then take a look at it. Transitions. I mean, I can just bring back the camera. That already does some work. And then bring the camera up some. Change that dead zone height. That dead zone height is part of it for sure. Why damping? I think is how much it goes off screen. All right, so let's add a little bit of that, but not too much. Previously it was at 0.6, I think, so let's put it at 0.2. Problem is how much it takes. Look at smoothing. Turn that down to like. Am I not on the game? Okay. No, that looked awful. That boing noise is going to happen for a second yet. Sorry. Have a good night, May. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. All right, so that's working fine. That is not. So the look ahead time. It is the look ahead time that's screwing with that. Look ahead time was previously 0.6. Change it to 0.2. See how that does for us. Boy, I'm not able to fucking get my jump to work. All right, so I'm changing the soft zone now to see. What did I do to change the... I can't fucking jump off of my damn bounce pads now. So I don't know if I want it to be quite so tight. So that's what the look ahead is. Look ahead there is fine. What I want, it should just swap sides on the screen. Yeah, I might end up just watching some tutorials on this because I don't think it's going to be just a matter of settings. I think that I really need to change things. What I could also do, by the way, and you have to let me know if you think this is a good idea, is I could make the camera zoom out when you're on the jump pad. Like when you hit it just right and you get the super high jump, we could make that then zoom the camera out slightly, subtly. Kind of want to change that dead zone height yet more. Point one. Okay, well, something that I did to my jump logic makes it so that I can't fucking jump on these things anymore. That's awesome. All right, I'm going to keep these camera changes. And we'll deal with that later, I guess. We'll deal with those later. All right. Excellent. Very good. Yeah, we're gonna work on the camera stuff. That's what I have on there. Okay. So with that, then that's all. Well, might continue to fuck with these bouncy platforms. Something about what I did or what I changed has made it so that it's super different. To try to, gosh, I can't get over how much better these look now. They're now like fucking pixel perfect. The fuck did I change? All right. What did we change? Mm-hmm. It occurs to me that I might have variables that are doing the same thing. Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. Never mind. Because I've got my is grounded and my should jump. And the should jump is if they're able to jump, and then it just resets when you hit the ground. But the is grounded is being checked elsewhere. Oh, man. Move one lever and two of them get out of whack. Okay, so what did I change literally today? Fuck. Because it was good and now it's bad. What did I change? Literally on stream, what did I change in the jumping? I changed... it's the landing logic. We changed this. But that's just that. That is just checking to see if we're running. Sounds like it's a good time to look at source control history and learn about that. Maybe, Martin. Is there an easy way to compare the two? Oh, wait, no, I've got all these, right? What the fuck? Holy shit. I learned a thing. I didn't know I could click on these. That's amazing. Well, then I can go over here. All right, that's the tire animation. What was this? I'm now changing the should jump on landing. Is the music really quiet, or is it just the song? Oh, skip. There. It was just that song. Oh, I just made these better today, and now they're even worse than they were. All right. All right, so we got our jump input flag, which is just whether or not the input has been given to jump. That is what triggers the high jump off of the bounce pads. So these were taken off. And that should make it so that now if I'm flapping already, then I should be able to do it just fine. No, it's not. I was wrong. Jump higher. That's too fucking precise. All right. I could just add another if statement. What? Okay, let's temporarily make a thing. Temporarily, let's make a thing. It's going to be I guess just if the jump buffer counter is greater than 0. Then jump input equals true. And I might take that out. So that might be working how I want it to work. That might be working how I want it to work, y'all. Or not. Okay, got one. Nope, I think it's still just as hard as it was. So it's not the jump input flag. Can't even fucking get it. Okay, it's not that. All right. This reminds me of something. It's easy to lose track of where you are with the straight blue background. Yeah, that's absolutely true, Nick Limdo. And obviously a background, an actual background is going to be happening. I want one that parallaxes both left to right and up and down. So like you'll start off with trees and then you'll end up with like a skyline of like a city. And then you'll end up like in clouds and then in space or something like that. So in theory, it should all eventually be something that you can move around and eventually, hopefully, it all looks good. I don't know where I'm going to get the assets for those, but that's what I want. I also don't know how to get it to look right. The bagel thing hurts my brain because it's too hard to tell what's moving. The bagel thing? So left, right would help a lot too. Yeah. My mother's leaving for Florida for the winter tomorrow, and she just called me to tell me that they come and get all the cheese out of her fridge and enjoy it. All right. Thanks for all the cheese. The baguette? Oh. Yeah, those orange things. Everyone keeps on calling them the baguette. I said bagel just like toast. That's because I'm from Wisconsin. And that'll happen sometimes. I, despite my best efforts, still have that accent. Okay. Okay. Hold on, I didn't actually save the shitty version, did I? Wait, okay, was that saved first off? It's not. Save. Pops out as cloudy a lot. Yeah. So I could expand this. What if I hold on. Let's expand this collider by just an absurd amount. Hold on, actually, let's copy down. Copy down one ahead. All right. Sure. No, because it's still hitting. It's hitting at the top of the collider, so it's not actually the collider that's doing it. It's not like you're in the collider. It's when you enter the collider. When you enter... Your bagel word is roof. You say rough. Roof. 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 Not roof. Roof. I said rough just now. Family's from Kansas? Yeah, there you go. What brought you to Texas? Okay. I wonder if... Oh, fuck me. Oil? No shit. That's from my dad's job. Fair enough. But they're still from Kansas, so that's how they talked. Makes sense. I wish that I knew how to fix this. So I can make this on trigger stay and have it. Just don't know the best way to solve this. Chat, I don't know what I'm doing. I hate it. I'm back on the quiet music again. Oh, this only have 2 tracks? You got this? You'll figure it out? So I guess I just don't know what the best way to do it is. So if I did, like, because right now, okay, so right now, let's talk this out. You guys get to be my rubber duck. You enter that collider. Pop isn't weird to you like most Texans? Yeah. And pop is weird to me. That's not that weird, I guess. I'm from an area of Wisconsin that says soda rather than pop. All right. So let's figure this out. It enters the trigger. It's adding the rigid body. If the rigid body is not null, if the player controller is not null, add the bounce from the bounce command. And the bounce command is checking to see if there's jump input. So you have to frame perfect it right now. So I could do a couple of things. I could have something weird where, like, where it's on trigger stay, there's a flag. And then you still actually hit that wave. Fuck. I might skip this and do some art. That's where I'm at with it. What am I telling the collider? What are the dot dot dots under the collider telling you when you hover over them? Oh, that they can be null, which I'm then checking for. Get component locates even if the no component is found. So like they can be null, but that's what the if statement's for. Same thing with the rigid body. The rigid body can also be null, so there's a check for that. No, it checks if your player controller is null. There's the 2 of them. So player controller equals collider.gameObject.getComponent.key. So this is seeing if the collider is null, your game object access will throw. If the collider's null. Yeah, that's why. Because the player controller, variable player controller, is that component. You should code that as a collider.gameObject. No, because I have to assign it to something, I think. That's my understanding of it. Could be wrong. That's why I've got it right now as that. I don't know. I wish that I had like a close friend who loved me very much that I could consistently like pester and be like, hey, got another question. I know this is the 6th time today, but this is what my code looks like. My understanding is that this is what this is supposed to look like. Could be wrong. You pass in an object called a collider. That object can be null. So those lines where you assign things can throw a null reference exception. I don't know how to get them to not, because I need to assign this to something. I'm saying that code as ducky player controller collider. Yeah, you're saying this one right here, right? Hold on. Am I missing it? That should be collider question mark. What's the question mark do? Like that. I don't know what that does. Should I do it on the other one too? I don't know why I'm whispering. It feels like you're giving me a secret. Hey, Real Catface. How can the collider be null if this event is only when a collision occurs? If, for whatever reason, something besides the player runs into it. There's the actual answer. It only tries to access the collider if the object isn't null. Oh. Well, why don't we do that? And that's fine. That works. I didn't know that was a thing. Shouldn't it be in the if? Well, I mean, if I can have this, then I don't even need the if, yeah? Something told me somewhere to check this. Line 27 should also have a question mark after the collider. 27. Oh. It yells at me then. Cannot completely convert bool to bool. Bool question mark to bool. I don't know why you can do it there. Hey, Sai. I'm doing good. Got a lot of stuff done today. And now we're working on some game dev stuff for my little game. And I don't know how to fix what I'm working on. And it makes me grumpy. And, yep. Which means my others are fine. Gotta hate nuances like that. Sometimes you should do that, and sometimes you don't need it, and it's never clear. I agree. Weird. If 27 can actually game object off collider, then 29 shouldn't either. I don't know. I agree. I agree with you, and that is weird. But so then with these question marks here, I don't need the null check? Question mark? Should I delete those? As they are no longer needed? Because that is apparently what this does. If it's not null, it doesn't return anything. It's a different null? Wait, what? It's because it's in the if check. The bool check will fail if there's a null object. Ah. That is a weird nuance. Okay. Yes, delete the if statement. No, do not delete the if statement. They're still needed. Also, why does that still have that, even though we put that question mark there? What are the quick fix options? Quick fix. Use null comparison. Fix all, use null. I don't know what use null comparison means. And when I click on it, nothing happens. Fix all, use null comparison? Doesn't really help me. All right, well. I might just be... Oh, let's not ignore it and go ahead and remove the question mark. I doubt that they're needed at this point. Yeah, no worries, Martin. I mean, listen, if there's anything that like is a, hey, you should try to do this, I'm for it 100% of the time. Because I'm still learning. It's really easy for me to forget that I've been doing this for like, how long do you think? This is C#. C# and Unity, yes. Also, welcome on in. No water, sorry. Possibly now Ater, sorry. It's hard to tell. But yeah, C# and Unity. Okay. No, what? Sorry. Maybe that's it. We don't know. Hanging out with the hubby, we watched 3 movies. Quiz Lady, which I really liked. I haven't seen that one. Renfield, that was a choice over the top. And the classic Desperado. Desperado, oh my gosh. I'm a newbie programmer trying to sponge everything. It's no water sorry. Yeah, you're good. I thought that's what it was. I was just making fun. I'm also a newbie programmer. I've been doing this for just a couple of weeks. So yes, this is C#. And right now, my little bouncy platform that I've got isn't working very well. And I'm trying to come up with ways to make it better. Oh, did I not fix that? I didn't fix that. I thought I did. I did in my head.
It seems we have a new
Hey, thank you for the
follower.
follow, dude. Got distracted by cheese again. What was wrong with it before? What's wrong with the bouncy platform? It requires too precise an input, and it doesn't feel good. 2 weeks from nothing or a different language. So to say nothing would be a that would be disingenuous. Because I did coding in high school, Schmermany, for years ago. But just started in Unity. Well, there's TwitchCon in there, so what, 3 weeks ago technically now? And then I've also been doing some C# stuff for StreamerBot, but that's been nothing compared to what I've been doing in Unity. But yeah, so Nimble, it just requires a little too precise an input. So what I'm wondering right now, no, it's not going to work. To get the high jump. Yeah, Nimble. Well, actually, I guess now that I think about it, I can go back to how it was. I can go back to how it was, which was 055 and 0.01. But no, I'm a career video editor. So I'm also familiar with like JavaScript, for example, because After Effects uses JavaScript for scripting, and I've done that plenty. So that's also been part of this adventure. Okay. Right now I'm ready to go back into Sprite and putz around in that. Make me feel better. Because I can't. Because in fixing something else, this got worse. Now it really requires like a precise input. You used to be able to like do the flap into it, and you no longer can. There we go. Got it. Got it again. And I'm trying it with every jump. There we go again. It just doesn't feel good. And right now the jump buffer doesn't do anything. Hey, Dave, welcome back. How are you doing? Dave, I'm struggling hardcore, by the way. I have so much respect for game devs now. Not that I didn't before. Just grinding, you know how it is. Same. By the way, after you complimented me on my camera, I realized how messed up my camera was, and I've been, what's up? If you don't mind helping or giving ideas. So essentially, what I've got is my bouncy pad, right? But the bouncy pad doesn't feel good. It requires too precise an input. You need to like pixel perfect that shit in order to get the big bounce like that. Here. That's the big bounce. And so I'm trying to figure out how to make it better. Because that's one of the things one of my playtester friends commented on. And fucking work. Yeah. So, bigger collider, so you're in it longer. It would requires some way for me to recode it. Because if I make a bigger collider, then it's still, right now, because it's the collider. Or a longer raycast. With how I currently have that program, that wouldn't work because it is currently looking for the collider with the player and not with the raycast, and that's on the enter. Collider stay is one of the things that I was thinking about. That's one of the things that I was thinking about, but then would that work how I wanted to? I played around with a bigger collider. In fact, a minute ago we had it be just stupid big, and I changed it back to how I had it. I had it like that. And then you just hit here and then bounce from there. Should I try on collider stay? Another thing that I had considered was making another raycast and changing this from a layer ground to like a separate layer and having that behavior be then completely different. I don't know why it would be enter. I don't know either. I don't know anything. Keep in mind that I don't know what I'm doing. All right, on trigger stay. I think it was on trigger enter because the trigger collider is definitely new. New to game dev together or all together coding? Kind of both. The larger one, yeah, this stupid top one is the current obnoxiously large one that I have just to test it out and see if I could figure it out. Welcome on in, Code Enzy. Can I call you Code? Okay, well now it's triggering multiple times, which can be fixed, but it's annoying. I still can't get the big jumpy bounce off of it. Yeah. Fuck. Wait, I'm waiting. Dave is going to show me the secrets of game dev. When the raycast hits, is it a true bool that is on ground? Yes. I think it's called is grounded. Is grounded. So have that collider send a ducky.instance is ground equals true while in that trigger. Have the collider send this one. Then exit is ground on false. Hold on, there's a fruit fly. So it's always grounded in the collider. That would make a lot of sense. So, but the other thing that we're dealing with now is the ducky an instance or is the isGround public? I don't know if the isGround is public. Can I like control click or something to do that? Yeah. It's currently private, but I can fix that on off. Would jump or falling just exit? Like that? I have no idea. Jumping would exit be good. So a collider that sends ducky.instance is ground stream. Yeah, I get that, Jody. Or Jody. I don't know why I said Jody. Look, if you know where to start, a little bit. I mean, I can get the on-trigger ends it. I'm figuring it out. No, I get that. But what I'm trying to figure out now is for the on-trigger stay. Because right now, because then I can trigger multiple times. Okay, so let's do the exit and the enter for that matter. Oh, actually, let's make it. You be public. Save. On trigger exit 2D. Collider 2D called collider. Now I'll include that for safety's sake. Just for safety's sake. So then we need Shmish. Oops, no. Talk to me about the instance thing that you did, because I don't follow that. Because you can only get the big bounce when you're hitting the ground, right? Yeah. So we're just making it be fake ground. So then it should be super easy. Is it? It is not an instance? Oh, I think that's what you said at one point. Or false. And then, nope. Making it an instant, any scripting. How do I make it an instance then? That sounds good if I can just do it all the time. You can only make objects instances if there's only one in the scene, which there only ever will be. There's not like going to be a multiplayer game all of a sudden. So how would I do that? That should work. All right, let's try it. I might still trigger multiple times, but we'll figure that out in a minute. Oh, and I got to make this bigger because I made it smaller again, I think. Nope, it's huge. Never mind. We're zoomed out. Be able to get out. Okay, there's one. Nope. Still fucking has trouble with it. Now it needs to be smaller. I mean, but it still doesn't feel good. Like I'm not able to get the timing right. It just doesn't feel good. I want it to be more forgiving, I think. There's one. Yeah. There's the just can you explain why when the big bounce is supposed to happen? Just like go over it for me. When you hit the jump button at the same time. To a more positive anime. I really like the animations. Hey, thanks. I don't know what I'm doing. The collider should be smaller. I'll change it to option number 2. What I had is that at one point it was this. And go all the way through? Oh. Something like that. Just looking at the fucking timing right. Yeah, I know. What it feels like is, I was talking to a friend of mine, what it feels like is, remember in Celeste, those like moving platforms where you really had to like get the timing exactly right? It's very frustrating. Yeah, it's not staying long enough. I agree. All right, try enter. You go back to enter. Oops, enter. But thank you, no water, sorry. Appreciate it. First time doing pixel art as well. And then before you hit play, select the ducky. I want to see if the bull is triggering. Oh, because it's public now. We should be able to see it. Aha. Is grounded right here. Set play. Ducky locked. Is grounded. Not grounded. Not grounded. Yeah, so it is. Oops. Triggering it only sometimes? Question mark. No. 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 Yes. No. No. Yes. What? Yes. No. No. Yes. No. No. Yes. No. Yeah. No. Yes. No. No. I bet it's about 1 every 3 times. It is changed to enter. Yeah. But it could also just be that it's not swapping over fast enough. Do I want it to be a timing thing? Yeah, I want it to be a timing thing. Can I guess you can make it so that when a button is held, there's a splash, a bigger jump up happens? That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out. And I've got a jump buffer built into the game, so the jumping feels really just delicious. I don't know how else to say it. Make it slightly bigger again? I will. What about if I make it bigger, then it's still it's going to start bouncing from... Well, here. Just try it. Hello? Oh, I'm not on... There. What the hell? Oh, I'm on the duck. Boy, Are you good? You're good. All right, great. Oh, yeah. A little bit bigger. What causes jump? Is it ad force? Yeah. So I've got a Can I do this? I can't do this. This is what I'm currently doing. Add force. And that is currently in the Dux Plater controller script, which I mistakenly called Ducky, but I'm too far now to change it. Not too far. I just don't want to. But yeah, it's meant to be a timing thing, right? Where like if I hit that, I want that to... Wait, I'm waiting. So is it telling Ducky Bounce equals true or the player controller? Are they synonymous? Is it telling Ducky Bounce? The player controller is telling it if it's bounces or not. Or sorry, the bouncy platform is calling that function. Or method, I should say. Still call everything functions. Bum, 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 ba-dum. So that bounce function is sending that to the jump force. Hey, Tibbers, how are you? I was at the store, I had an opportunity to buy a box of Cheez-Its, like the premium can. It was $5.36 US for a box. I don't buy Cheez-Its. Is that a lot for Cheez-Its, or is that like a regular amount, or is that a cheap amount? I don't know. I don't really do Cheez-Its. Tibbers, how you doing? Good to see you, dude. That's super expensive? That's how it is these days. Bum, 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 ba-dum. All right, so what's my rigid body named? My rigid body is named Body. Which is another, like, because I didn't know. And it turns out that everybody names the rigid body RB, and that makes more sense. Okay, so been working. That's pretty much entirely my personality at the moment. I get that, man. First weekend off in 2 months. Dang. And now you get sick. Not like cold sick. It feels like the flu. Aw, man. I'm sorry that you're sick, Tibbers. I'll give you 30 minutes more before I tell you what's causing it. As a beginner, you need to work it out, but I can't. If you can't help, I'll help in 30 minutes. Fair enough, Codes. Well, so... Tibbers, thank you for thanking the mods. How'd my D&D game go? Went well. We got a couple weeks off now. Could add a check to see if the player is falling or a flat. See if the player's falling. So you can't jump twice? Yeah, or otherwise I could just use a flag to do that. Right? So what I'm wondering is if we should make it so that... No, because that's not going to work either, how I want it to. Fuck. I'll give you a hint. It's got to do with my jump and force. I mean, I know that much. Yeah, because we had that previously. Code, for what it's worth, I've been working on this particular problem most of the day, and I thought that I had it fixed, but then I didn't. So any help that you would be able to give, I'm welcome for. Or just ideas. Still think that it's not registering that you're allowed to jump, so it's just launching. Instead, your window's too small. I agree. Well, but so. Hold on. Where am I? I'm on mobile, so it's very hard to see the code. If the code's on Git, I can edit and send it back to you. I don't have it on Git right now. I do not have it on the GitHub. I can make it bigger. Jesus. So right now it's only giving the jump input if it's grounded. I do have it in Git, yeah, and just not in GitHub, yeah. I don't want anybody to edit and then send it back. I just. Is it sending something to false? Is what sending something to false? How does it get set to false? Right now, the jump input gets set to false after on landing, resets it, and then also the bounce function itself actually resets it. After it checks for it. My raycast is what causes it. Yeah, the landing calls the wait. Yeah, the raycast calls it false. Add one more public bool on jumper. The jump input flag was meant for this. That's the only reason why I made the jump input flag. Now, should I need both? So it's on the jump input and it's... Can you post... No, you can post a link, by all means. You will not get muted. Boom, boom. Thank you for asking, though. The raycast is overriding my true statement for the jump. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let me see what you got, Code. Let's see what Code's got. There's more than one. Oh, because you got the bouncy platform and the player controller. Let's take a look. I'm really glad my ad blocker's working. This is the player controller. I could use a tag. So you got that from the player controller. And what do you have for the bouncy platform? Yeah, so this is similar to what I have for the jump. The jump buffer. I haven't looked into it, but I saw some headlines that ad blockers are upping their game thanks to YouTube. Interesting. Hey, Chop Pie. Possibly Choppy. Choppy Pie? Choppy Pie. I don't know how to say your name. Working on a platformer rage game. It's my first real game that I've ever made. Unless you count the wackadoo version of Flappy Bird that I made. I've also been doing this for like a couple of weeks. So, you know, be gentle. All right. Yeah, so this is set up much differently than mine. Things are in different spots. So I've already got that. Damn, hold on. I've already got that. Nope, wrong thing. Oops, you don't need to be running. I've got that jump buffer. No, I think you're totally right in that it's resetting my jump input. The raycast is. Because it's hitting the land, the ground. What am I defining as like the sweet spot? I've got it. Ideally, I'd love it to have it tied to the same jump buffer, which is currently 0.15 seconds. And this is what how I have the jump buffer logic. Besides on ground, is there any other rules? I've got a couple. Like, I've got the should jump bool. Is there any other booleans for jumping? Yeah, and on ground sort of resets them all. Or on landing. Yeah, so the should jump, which is to prevent multiple jumps. Get butt on down. The is grounded, and then the jump input I also have being reset. But I think that you're correct in the raycast. What plays that function? Can I? Is there like a fast way to? Nope. What the hell? Ah, I don't know what I just hit, but I don't like it. My landing logic is up here. I'm sure it looks like a mess. But this is my current landing logic. Which I'm more than welcome to help me clean up. Have that code play instead of on the on ground? Oh, have the on landing? What is it called? On landing. Try that. We'll see how that feels. Also, Dave, thank you very much for your time. I know you're trying to work on your own shit. Now I can't even get it to happen. Nope. Nope. Nope, I don't think that's it. Is it entering? What do you mean? Was it entering the collider? Then it was not entering because of how we have the collider up so high right now. Because it's hitting the top of the collider and then bouncing. Let me see code. What you got? Yeah, code. I got it. I mean, we could just completely refactor the entirety of the bouncing code. I don't mind doing that. Let's try Dave's idea here. We're gonna go back to this being on landing, right? And then we're gonna switch this to stay. Yeah, it's still not. Well, how we have it set up right now is that if it's in the box, then it's... My favorite part is when Dave tells me to wait. Got crazy ideas? What do you got? What you got for me? Is there a crazy idea to refactor the whole thing because it's all broken and it's not working? Because I can get behind that. Just completely redo it. Just blow it all away. Start from scratch. Copy all of code, NZ's code. Never worry about it again. All right, I want to see what you got again. I still think you need that buffer. I agree. Also, just make more tiers. I don't know if it's the stream, but the animation for the bounce on the platform seems like it's off by 0.2 seconds every 3 jumps or so. On the raycast, go to the code. On the raycast. Raycast to the code. Rip. Nope, wrong thing. This is my current raycast. This is why you don't use raycast in this instance. I've had more problems with me using a raycast than I care to admit. What would be other ways to do it for what it's worth? Just turn the raycast off if it's on the jumper? That feels like a Band-Aid, though. You know what I mean? Or you just call raycast off and use it when needed? Yeah, maybe. Physics overlap functions, physics cast functions, collider triggers, proximity checks. Do you have a recommendation for what I should use instead of a raycast out of that list? Because right now, everything's based on the rate. They all do the same thing? And what are the instances that I would want to do? Physics overlap functions, don't know what that is. Physics cast functions, don't know what that is. Collider triggers, I can get behind that. That makes sense. You generally use physics or colliders. So you have like a collider on your player? Like a... I mean, I have a collider on my player, but you have like a trigger on your player? Or something? I really felt like I just got the raycast to the exact right length. By the way. Colliders on both. So when the duck collider hits the ground collider, if button pressed in a certain instance, colliders are hit, then add force is applied. Does that make sense? So when the duck collider hits the ground collider, if button is pressed at a certain instance, I don't know what I mean by certain instance, the colliders are hit, and add force is applied. Yeah, that makes sense. So when you... Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the same thing that I've got. It's just with a collider. And whether or not that collider, that trigger collider is working. Hey, Feather Quill, happy birthday. So it's like overlapping colliders, but if the button is pressed at a certain time, the colliders are overlapped, then the big jump is activated. Oh, sure. I get what you're saying, Cody. Code NZ. Cody. I just called you Cody, and I kind of like it. All right, I want to take a look at what you sent me again.
It seems we have a new follower.
Thank you very much for the follow. Use that as a reference because there's stuff missing. I just quickly. Yeah, no, you're good. That you typed this on your phone is kind of nuts. By the way. I'm gonna crash. Mind if I crash today? Hey, Dave, I wish you would. By all means, thank you. Like I said, I know you got your own shit to work on, so thank you for popping in. Let's see what Dave's working on. Hey, what you got? Oop, get out of here. Dang. Was there a specific part that you worked on, or just like this scene? Is it supposed to play? I love the swirlies. Built the log in the scene? Right on. Log is good. I like the swirlies. Makes it feel... what's the word I'm looking for? Fanciful? Not fanciful, but like whimsical. That's what I'm trying to say. Copy your code and have it chuck it in G2EC and give it the issues you're having. I have done that previously. I haven't done it with the jump code yet. I've been trying to rely on ChatGPT less because let me tell you, your boy here happens to like ChatGPT very much. But that's awesome, Dave. That's awesome. I really like the branch up here. It's got some good texture to it. Made it into a GIF? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that branch is part of your UI. Oh, that's sweet. Look at that. That's so cool. It's not relying, it's getting assistance to know what's going on. So many developers will say they never use GPT, but I can be certain $100,000 they have. Yeah, I get that. Well, I just, because I'm still learning, right? And that I don't want to, I want to be able to write my own code, not just, it's the entrance to the next area. That's awesome, dude. Have a good one. Hey, Dave, thank you for popping in and hanging out. Appreciate you. And thank you for trying to help me, as helpless as I am. Okay, so let's. Okay, so I think that what Dave was saying, because this is getting cut out by my on landing. Which is why it needs to be frame perfect. Because the jump input is getting reset there. You know what else? You know what I should do? Let's get fucking squirrely. Let's do some craziness. Crazy DK. I know. I've got the on button up. Fucking love the song by the way. Ba-da-ba-ba-da, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da. Learning, that's the thing. How do you learn? Sitting on the screen, not knowing what's going wrong, or getting help from others? Yeah, that's fair. That's where I'm Lashlog.
Hey, why isn't it working? Huh?
All right, so I'm gonna change this back. But honestly, if you just got sections on your jump code and your bouncy platform, give it to ChatGPT. I reckon you'd try to figure it out. I might. You can try that in a second. All right. I do have premium. I am very familiar with it. What you do with it, then you can upload the complete file. Yeah. I know the cloud doesn't have anything to do with it. That's why I changed the size back to how I had it. That first jump was weird. Yep. Did I break that again somehow? Whatever. All right. See if this works. Now I can't get it to happen at all. See you later, Anika. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you. Get some rest. Well, now how did that break that again? So now I'm not getting jumping animation happening when I've got the arrow keys pushed down. Did I control Z one too many times or some shit? Anyway. Nope, that's not working either. Fuck. What a mess this is turned into.
It seems we have
Hey,
new
thanks for the follow,
follower.
dude. Add some debug logs. Don't know if you're hitting the ad for us in case you're hitting it, but it's not applying. Oh, that's a good call. Debug.log. Total force equals so that's only going to happen if it has jump input. This is the epilogue from Breath of the Wild. It's very good. Well, it's not printing it. Also, I literally can't get it to happen. I have broken everything. Including this. Hold on. Let me fix that right quick again. Wrong thing. Just do something like debug.log force applied. Just the text listing. That's what I did. I put that in. Well, I put total force, but which is the bounce force as it should be, which you did not print, so it's not accepting the jump input as it stands. Give me 2 seconds to fix this other thing that we have. That I think I might have hastily undone. Am I crazy? Where is it? No, it's still there. Interesting. Wait, what? What exactly is that for? If I added that specifically because the running animation was overriding the jumping animation. Which it still apparently is, even though I felt like I had fixed it before. So, turn that off for a second. I can. So this is the jumping animation where it kind of flips around. Oh no, it's not. Are you gonna work now? Oh, or it's working fine now. I might have accidentally Control Z to cross that or something. I can turn it off though if you want to just take a look at it. Spoop and spoop. It is now off. Oh. There. What would you like me to test, Code? Is it a bounce for you? I will. Yeah, so now this is the problem from that before. Where it's not playing that animation because the running animation is overriding it. Anyway, that's what that was for. Big jump. Big jump. Big jump. I might have just thought of a way to fix this. Hold on. I'm going to turn that back on first off. Why am I not using the jump buffer there? I still have that debug in there. Okay, that time it gave me it applied, but I applied again. It applied again, but it's not actually bouncing, and I don't know why. It applied again. Yeah, I can turn off the collapse so I can see. Oh, I'm not. What did I do? Result tab, so I was replying to a damn email work. No, you're good. Instead of checking for the jump input, it's checking to see if the jump buffer counter is greater than 0. So it's checking the same thing that the regular jump does. Instead of checking jump input, which is what that jump buffer counter is, just to check the jump input. So now it is getting So now this is printing. But the force does not seem to be quite as, let's call it strong. Doesn't seem to be quite as strong. Oh, let me try it again. It applied. Hold on, stop bouncing. Code's got something else. Rah. What am I doing on it? This is a very simple way to do like a platter collider, just hitting the ground collider and the jump keys pressed at the same time. Oh, yeah. Physics 2D overlap circle. Okay. Huh. On-draw gizmos selected? What's that? You don't have the full thing to go over? If you want to just see my full code, we can do that. Right? We could actually do that if we wanted. I'd have to do a commit right quick, which I'm a little concerned on. Hold on, let me do it this way. Do I have a Pastebin account? Yep. Nope. Yeah, I'm just going to Pastebin it to you. Sign up. That username has already been taken. Well, then why would you let me log in? Log in. Dude, it's now not letting me do anything but create an account. Change your mind? Cancel this. That is a terrible UI. Log in. Oh, enter captcha. 3XM2AU. Jerks. There's an error with your login details. Please try again. Forgot password. Crying aloud. This account has no verified email address to it. Please log in with your social login. I don't remember. I don't need to log in user to Pastebin? Oh. Thought I did. Sign in with Twitter, maybe? Oh, I did it. Oh my God, the last time I used Pastebin was 2015. That's amazing. It's from when I was streaming Kerbal and only Kerbal Space Program, and I had a Pastebin of all of the mods that I used. And also different missions. We used a Pastebin for all of the different missions and stuff. That's hilarious. Sorry, I just got super distracted. New paste. Bam. Don't judge me on my paste, as I don't know what I'm doing. Burn after read? Oh, that's a thing. Create paste as guest. Sure. I don't know. I can create and paste. Shut up, why not? Yeah, you don't have ADHD. Where's the copy button? Should there just be a link? Whatever, I'll click on the Twitter button and then copy that and then do that there. All right, Code Z, that's one. And then I'll do a new one. And that'll be for the bouncy platform one. Hello? No, what Why Not was referencing, there's a guy that came in like yesterday, the day before, or something like that. And was like, I don't believe that you have ADHD. And I was like, okay. Look at this. This is amazing. The first one. What's the first one? Yeah, it's just another list of mods for Kerbal Space Program. 2014. That was 9 years ago, dude. Unheckin' real. Destination habitation. The Peanut Butter and Banana Surprise Mark 1. Destination Lunar Orbit. Crew El Presidente 450. Oh, Sarian. Sarian was man, that's how long Sarian's been following. Tell you what. What a fun time, man. Holy shit. On the Corneus 7A platform, the Spider Gumdrop Mark 1 was launched. Moon landing status success. The Salisbury Steak Mark 1 on the Somanus. Man, I'm a nerd. Program High Lunar Orbit Satellite Network. Status failure. Lost contract with Mission Control because I'm a poo-poo head. Went boom. Some things don't change, man. Some things don't change. That's amazing. And planned program and missions. I never finished all this. Apparently. Holy shit. Lost contact with Mission Control because I'm a poo-poo head. Went boom. Yep. Method back to idle animation is not called with my code. You might want to call it at the end of the bounce animation. It's actually being called. It is being called at the end of the bounce animation. Through the animator. Which is a thing that I found out that I could do. Yeah, I'm doing the animator. Yeah. But what else did you say? You might want to call that at the end of the bounce animation or after a certain delay once the bounce is occurred. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just right at the end of the animator, then it's calling it, which is just a cool function that Unity has, I think. Bum, 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 bum. I didn't recognize this song. It's from Hyrule Warriors. So you have to press jump again when you hit the platform to make the high bounce happen? Yeah, so ideally, right when you hit the thing, you'd hit the bounce trigger, and then it would send you up, in theory. And now it's all super broken because I'm playing with it. I do have Git installed, but I've never, I don't know even what word to use, never reset it. All right, so there we go. Boom, boom, boom. Still trying to make this jump thing happen correctly. Let's go back to total force is 40. That doesn't make sense. Oh, was that paused? It's not bouncing it any higher than it was. Oops, I just fucked it up. Damn it. I'm going to try to change it to an arbitrarily higher amount. So far I've only been able to get it to do it once. Even though it's saying that debug force. Interesting. Right now it's not jumping any higher than a regular jump. Even though it's saying that, okay, that time I got it to work. So that's not what's wrong. That one I got to work. Make sure that in your jump method, the ducky class correctly adds force to the rigid body 2D. It's working in that I can get it to trigger, but it's not triggering when I don't know what's causing it. Because if this prints, it should be working, right? And right now that's not true. Okay, what were you saying though? Make sure that in the jump method, the ducky class correctly adds force to the player's rigid body 2D. You would expect to see something like the jump method? Or talking about the jump method or the bounce? Because I got that in the... What does my jump look like? It's on trigger enter right now, yeah. Make sure the jump method in the ducky class correctly adds force to the player's rigid body. You expect to see something like add force. Right now, my jump is changing the velocity with a vector instead of add force. You asked me to look. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're good. Instead of force mode dot impulse or force mode 2D dot impulse. Should I change this guy to be a force rather than having it be a vector? But yeah, I'm not going to. I'm just trying to figure out what to do. Yeah, right now it's not adding force. Oh, is that why? Because it's not combining the force. Because one... You don't have to stay awake until 3 a.m. coding again? I probably will. Martin, thank you very much. Not until 3. Maybe 2. Martin, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you, dude. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Probably. All right. Your is grounded flag might be false when bouncing. So the condition for the jump is not satisfied if the player tries... Excuse me, 1 second. Your is grounded flag might be false when bouncing. So the condition for the jump is not satisfied if the player tries to jump midair after bouncing. May need to consider how is grounded is set, potentially introduce another flag that allows for jumping when bouncing. Yeah. Or so that's like is grounded or. That I could get behind. That I could get behind. Debug logs to see if should jump becomes true when you expect it to, especially during the bounce. Well, currently I'm not using the... Oh, the should jump. Never mind. We can do that during the bounce. In fact, we could do it there. So because this is adding, this has got the force mode, the add force, yada yada. Is that how my jump should be? Should jump is true. Should jump is true. Should jump is true. That time it actually bounced. That time it bounced as well. But not every time. So what's causing it where... So there's something that's happening. That time it did it. That time it did it. So that should only be saying true when the big jump happens, right? It should only be commenting when the big jump happens. And it's not. And I don't know why that is. So I think we have got a completely different problem than what I thought. Thank you very much for the follow. Can I send me the debug statement that I made? I mean, that... I put that at line 375, if that's at all helpful. I mean, that is just this. Also, that you're doing this on mobile is kind of nutty, by the way. All right. Maybe it's not declared property? Maybe it's not declared properly? I don't know about anything. It's all right, no water. I don't know about anything either. So it's not this that's causing the jump to happen or not. Is it the flap logic? Is it the flap? No, that's not what I wanted. The flap logic is still on the old. I forgot that. And that's this should all be fucking blown away and changed. I don't know anything either. DK Esquire 2023. Cattle Wolf, how you doing, buddy? Make sure that should jump is true at the exact moment you want the extra forces applied. Yeah. Well, it has been, but it hasn't always been applying the force. I've got a question of just like a general thing. So if you're looking at what I've got, both code and anybody else, I have a nutrition appointment for the morning for the bariatric surgery stuff. Hey, Avatar Song, good luck. I'll see you later. But so we got for both my flapping logic and my jumping logic, I'm changing the velocity rather than adding force. Should I be adding force rather than changing velocity? Also, never mind the current state bullshit. That was from when I had been. This just applies to your animation? No, it doesn't. But the flapping one has actual code to it. The animations thing, that whole current state thing, used to be because there was a bunch of flags that are no longer used because instead of changing animation in code, I was doing it through the animator, and it was causing me a big headache. And then I found out that I could just do it in code, so I've been doing that, which has also been a headache. Change it to force and see if it works? Sure. Uh-huh. Let me just do that. Let's see what this looks like. Actually, let's change the jumping to a force and see what that does. Rather than changing the velocity. Hello? Did I pass it? Jump logic. There we go. Here it is. Okay. Jump speed, I guess. See what happens then. Seems fine. It's not adding that though. Also, it's not giving me a jump animation out of that, which I realize now. How does one define the first value of current state? Is it just a string in the main, or is it a class of its own? I've got it defined initially somewhere. The current state starts at idle in the declaration of it. I got all the good old GPT. I'm going to send you all the suggestions and, that it's saying is wrong with your code. All right, great. Maybe long. That's fine. All right, let's open up your old paste bin links. What do we got? Oh my God. Good Christ. Should jump timing. Make sure that should jump is true at the exact moment you want the extra force to be applied. It's possible that it could be set prematurely or too late, which could affect the timing of the extra force application. I agree. Jump logic execution. Since should jump is true, ensure that the jump logic section where the force applied is being executed. You can confirm this with another debug log. That makes sense. Inside the jump out logic conditional block. Bounce and jump coordination. Ensure that the jump flag is set to true at the right moment when bouncing. That's what you already said. There might be a need to synchronize the bounce effect with the ability to jump. For instance, immediately after a bounce, you might want to temporarily ignore is grounded and still allow a jump due to the bounce effect. We talked about that, yeah. Having a different flag for it. Force application. Check the value of jump speed and ensure that it's not too low. That's not it. Rigid body interactions. Sometimes rapid successive changes to a rigid body's velocity can lead to unexpected results due to physics interactions. Make sure that the bounce is not causing such a rapid change that the additional jump force is negated or reduced. That's plausible. Collision and physics layers. Verify that there are no collisions happening immediately after the bounce that could be affecting the rigid body's velocity. Code order. The order in which the code executes is crucial. Ensure that the logic that applies to the bounce force and the logic... That might be it. Ensure that the logic that applies to the bounce force and the logic that handles the jump are coordinated so that they don't cancel each other out or apply in the wrong order. is grounded check. Your is grounded check might be false when bouncing. So the condition to jump is not satisfied if the player tries to try. Yeah, we talked about that. Jump buffer. Jump buffer counter is used to determine if a jump input should be accepted within a small window of time. If the bounce and the jump button press do not occur within this window, the jump may not register. Well, yeah. That's not helpful. Airborne time and coyote time. There's a check for airborne time is less than or equal to coyote time. If the airborne time is greater than the coyote time after bouncing, the extra jump will not be applied. Yes. Oh. I never said all the answers and be smart. That's right. If the airborne time is greater than the coyote time after bouncing, I might do a print of the coyote timer. If the player is still considered to be in the air after bouncing, this might be an issue. You might be correct there. It could be something with the coyote timer. The should jump flag, ensure the should jump flag is set to true when the button is pressed. If this flag isn't selected, the additional force won't be applied. We already said that like 3 times. Input button, get button up, jump. The logic here applies to a smaller jump that if the button presses release and the player is moving upwards. Ensure that this isn't inadvertently reducing the jump force you're trying to apply. That is something that is happening, but not what is currently wrong with what we're looking at. Gravity adjustment. You're adjusting the gravity when the player is falling or the jump button isn't held down while moving upwards. It's important to ensure that this isn't conflicting with the extra force that should be applied. No, because that happens after. That's not it. Bounce integration. It's not clear how the bounce method from the bounce platform interacts with this logic. There should be a check to determine if the player is bouncing and then modify the body dot velocity accordingly to apply this additional force. Hold on, what? It's not clear that how the bounce method from the bounce platform interacts with this logic. There should be a check to determine if the player is bouncing and then modify the body dot velocity according to apply. Yeah. Right, Nimble? Good grief. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is change everything to force instead of changing the vector. Or the velocity vector. Because that works just fine. And then... There's force mode impulse and there's another force mode. What's the difference between the two? If anybody knows in chat. Because I ain't got no idea. Where's my flapping logic? Right here. I'm going to move some code around. Actually, the first thing I'm going to do is copy that. Ron Bank, eat a banana, kick a dog, then repeat. Listen, I just want my jump to feel good. This is from Skyward Sword. All right, so flap strength times time pixel at a time, which is just flap strength. Why is it being times time there? Read the damn chat. What was my question now? I don't remember what my question was. Sorry, I'm busy doing the thing that I said I was going to do. Koradzi, you're just What's the difference between the force mode impulse and the force mode whatever the other one was? I know that I ended up going with impulse, but I can't remember why. I have no idea because I don't know what the other one was. Let me find out. Hold on. Force mode to add. It autofilled. Looking at. Oh, there's one called Force and there's one called Impulse. Oh, there it is right there. Add a force to the rigid body 2D using its mass. Add an instant force impulse to the rigid body 2D using its mass. Never mind, that doesn't mean anything to me. One uses one's an instant force. I don't know. Let's try that. Now that it's all messy. When you apply a force using rigid body impulse, you're applying an instantaneous force to the object, which results in a change in momentum. The force is assumed to be applied over a short time frame. This is generally used for simulating forces like that happen in an instant, like an explosion or a jump. Impulse. This term refers to the physical concept that represents a sudden force applied in a short burst. An impulse changes the momentum of an object. The key difference between the two lies in the context in which they are used. Force.impulse is specific to Unity's physics engine as a parameter to a method in telling how to apply the force you're providing. Impulse is the general physics concept applicable in any physics engine or simulation. Yeah, so impulse. Although the flapping could be not impulse. Maybe. Oh gosh. The flap now. Speaking of it being impulse. Boink, boink, boink. That's not how it's supposed to be. Okay. Hacks. So maybe that's not impulse. Maybe this one is force. Just try it. Whatever. As long as we're getting squirrely. Let's keep getting squirrely. Okay. Stuff got weird there. Codenza, you're good. Okay, so it gets weird where I can apply it for longer than I'm supposed to be able to. Also, the animation gets goofy. Getting squirrely with it. Na 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 na. I mean, time does not contain a thing for delta time. Oh, stupid caps. Okay, so the animation is getting fucked, but all these should be super jumps. Have a good night, Rose. You're very welcome. Congrats on the winning. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, ba-da-bum. Maybe the opposite was the problem. Have a good night, Dom. Appreciate you. Bum, bum, bum. Something that I've thought about playing around with is what the jump would be like if it was like a Yoshi style jump. Why is the animation getting so weird there? I don't know. Can't tell exactly what's going on. So they're now all adding force. Is there a way for me to print what the... I want to print the velocity. That's what I want to print. Body.velocity.y. Try that, see what that says for us. Okay, that's not what I want that printed. Never mind. I want that there. Never mind. Ba-da-da-da. Oh, goodness graciousness, man. Screwing around with everything. Oh, that's not what I want either. That's not where I want it, because that's always going to be negative. Put it in the jump logic, question mark? Because then the velocity should be really high occasionally. Oh, it's always 0. It's always 0 because it's at the beginning of the jump. That makes sense. I'm sorry, are you not triggering there? The jump isn't triggering here at all. Not even a little bit. Interesting. That one it triggered. That one it triggered. That's giving a value of 40. And that's 25 plus the 15, so that makes sense. So that's the bounce force plus the jump force. Interesting. We're making progress on this, even though it doesn't feel like it. Thank you for everybody who's hanging out still. Appreciate you. You're doing great. You're also talking more tonight? Good. I'm trying to make sure that I am. I fear that we've broken everything. Why can't I click right now? The game does that to me sometimes. Now I can click again. All right, great. Let's very strange. All right. I have now changed the fundamentals of how the player jumps completely. That's good. Also, my state machine no longer needs to exist. I can just call these animations directly. Oh, with the exception of the dead animation, but that can be part of it. Because there used to be a bunch of other code in here. So that is a thing that I could do. All right. Why do I have this happening here? Oh, goodness gracious. I want to just restart the whole heckin' thing. Now that I know more about what I'm doing. Ba-ba-ba-da-da-ba-ba-da. This could be called on landing. And then let's change that. Yeah, that could be called on landing. Because that doesn't need to be there. Reset airborne time to 0. And then the airborne time, so it'll actually be this, can happen up here. Which means that this whole thing can be blown away. Which means the only thing that I have in my fixed update is my current state machine, which I don't even use anymore. So I can actually refactor all that and undo the state machine because I don't need it anymore. I don't think. How did I go? Refactored some things while you were away. Because I've got some stuff that was in fixed update that didn't make sense. I've now got it so that both things are at add force. Rather than adding to the vector. Or adding to a new velocity vector. Also, I can sometimes get this to happen where it will give me... So, right here, it's not printing a new thing that I put in the jump logic where it prints out the body's velocity, which is always 0 because I'm dumb and it's only ever going to print when it's at the bottom. But sometimes I can get it to happen while I'm on this, and then it gives me the total force just fine. But I don't. So essentially, what's I'm coming down to is I don't know what's causing the really big jump. Also, the impulse of that one it said 25. That's interesting. So that didn't add the actual jump numbers. That one's 40. So I don't know what's causing it. I don't know what's causing the big jump to begin with, actually, at this point. Because when it's adding all of that velocity, it's... no jump.
It seems we have
Hey,
a
thanks
new
for the follow.
follower.
There's a section of the code that says add force. That's what's making the jump? Sure, but I'm printing the force now. I'm printing what that force is in my jump code to try to get that to happen. So that's not supposed to happen. My question is, why is it printing when the big jump is not happening when it should only be printing when the big jump happens? I agree, code. Also, I changed the stuff that I refactored, I think, is affecting how my flap works now. Which is to say that the airborne time, I think, is... Maybe the debug's in the wrong place? That could also be. I'm going to undo what I just did. Even though I feel like it should be refactored somehow. Nope, I can still just do this infinitely. Get off the platform and keep jumping for you? Absolutely. Also, the flap is now absolutely fucked. It's printing every time I'm on one of the platforms in the ground, but not the bouncy one? Yes. Which is... But not always printing it. But sometimes it is. So if I select one so we can see if it... If I time it right. There we go. It just printed. Oh, it's Pez Liz. Hello. Welcome on in, y'all. KB3D, welcome on in. Hello, hello. How y'all doing? Is that Future Man? No. It is. Damn. Welcome on in, y'all. Welcome on in. This is your first time here. I am DK. I'm a variety streamer under normal circumstances, but more recently I've gotten into game design, and that's what we're working on right this second. I've got a quick little video for you all to watch, and then we'll be right back.
It
Little
seems
trailer.
we have a new
It's
follower.
hard,
Thank you for the follow.
and difficult, and makes me cry in my sleep. I love it. No! Come on!
And Kevin, welcome on in.
I beg your pardon? What? I died to a manatee? So close! It's so close! No! Just one very tight butthole. No, let me... Oh my God, I made it! Ah!
Just about pooped myself.
It's so cute, I wanna die. I don't wanna die.
Are you dead?
No, I got shot at though. It was very scary.
Jimmy, I'm here for you, Jimmy. I know you've been dreaming about me, Jimmy.
Tell me about how I sound. Do I sound manly, masculine? Does my voice shiver your loins?
I see what's happening.
This game is hard.
All right. Play that music again. KB3D Chris has a 3D printing company, 3D printing supplier company, and he's fantastic. I also do
It
3D
seems
printing.
we
It didn't
have
make it
a
into
new
that.
follower.
Thank you for the follow. It didn't make it into that thing. What's the business? Hold on, let me follow you. An online store with a focus of betterment of open source hardware projects via parts documentation and BOM kits. Ooh. Ooh. Well, that's awesome. Ooh, are you putting together a Voron tonight? I'm looking through your stream. Spying on you. That's exciting. Well, we're doing something entirely unrelated to 3D printing for tonight. Oh, you got fucking far. Not your first Voron, I imagine. A very orange Voron. Very orange Voron. I'm very jealous. Hey, Kodenzi, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm not giving up anytime soon. Everything's changed, and now everything's broken. You want to build a real Voron so bad? Same, why not? I don't need one. I'm good. We got enough printers. We got enough. But I want one. But Pez, Liz, thank you very much. I'm presuming that you're the one that gave Chris the rec for raiding over here. Gonna start massing parts for one? Right on, dude. Do it. Yeah, thanks for diving in with us, Code Enzy. Appreciate you, dude. All right. So this is just now too much for us. And also, it... Hold on. Influence right? Yeah, absolutely. I'm doing well. So right now I can flap endlessly, which is not intended behavior. And I don't know what I broke, but I broke it. Oh, goodness gracious. Ba-ba-bum. At this point, I'm mostly tempted to reset my code from my Git branch. And I don't know how to do that. Bum, 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 bum. Currently trying to learn React. That's awesome, dude. Currently I'm trying to learn just programming in general. No, I've been doing this for a very short period of time. That's awesome that you're working on stuff, though. What's this one from? Ah, Link Between Worlds. Listen to Zelda music tonight. Oh, now I hear it. Gosh. Oh, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Good fundamentals from a lifetime of small projects, but without doing it for a living, it's really hard to master things. That's kind of where I'm at, where I've done a lot of things that are like sort of small and random, but trying now to get a little more serious about it. All right, I don't know how I feel about the ad force thing. How do I do a revert? I think I want to do a revert. All right. How to do a get revert command. Nope, still don't know. Okay. The get reset and get revert commands are commonly confused, but they apply to two distinct cases. To undo the changes with a specific commit, developers should use get revert command. To undo every change that has happened since the given commit occurred, use get reset. This might be a future Derek thing. So why is my flap logic such that yeah, flap duration. When's flap duration getting? Yeah, it's time at the time. My flap duration must be getting reset somewhere. Flap duration. Or it's not getting set like it used to be. On landing, it's getting reset. That shouldn't be. All right. Let's see if I can actually get the right duration, and then we'll work on the strength. Okay, that's the right duration. The plunk is very satisfying. I also recently changed it so that it also changes, like it eliminates any horizontal velocity. So if you're like, so if I do like this and go, oops, okay, it should have plunked there. I don't know why I didn't. Oh, I should have done that in there too. All right, great. Found a bug. Anyway, sometimes there is a instance where you would be flying around and trying to do it and then slide off. But now it's just like a pump. All right, so. So it's not yielding the that's not how that should be. Y'all. No, my print got done. My print got done. Hello? Please load. Yay, we did it. Cool. All right. Everything has changed such that lots of stuff is now broken. It's awesome. Love that for me. Let's play around with that flap strength. Let's try that. That is okay. What is it? Seems like it's going down slower. This flap strength number is now much lower. I wonder if I should have the flap actually be a function over time, and that would give me the Yoshi flap or the Yoshi bounce. Yoshi jump. That's what I'm trying to say. Good grief. The ending credits of Majora's Mask. Okay, so that's a little too much. Changing values while jumping up and down. I missed. All right, so that oops, I wasn't able to jump just then. Oh, yep. Okay. Oh, boy. Have a good night, Nimble. Thank you very much for hanging out. Have fun squashing those bugs. I mean, at this point, the whole fucking thing's a bug. I might call it for tonight, take a break, and then come back to it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna call it for tonight. Feel bad for calling it right after we get rated, but what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Yeah, KBD 3D, nice meeting you, man. I followed you. I'll definitely be around. I'll probably lurk. I'm a lurker. That's the thing. Beelzebug level bugs. I got Beelzebug. It's true. Worked through some stuff. Well, it's true. And then we broke all of it. Oh, well. We'll figure it out. Y'all, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you. Hopefully you had a good time. I had a good time. Thank you for allowing me to work on my game instead of playing games. I don't think that'll be live tomorrow, but we will be live on Tuesday. On Tuesday, we'll be playing games. I will not be working on this. So, appreciate you. Have a good night, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, shit. We got to raid somebody. Liz, thank you for sending Chris over. I appreciate you. It's good to see you. Very good to see you. I'm going to raid my friend More Cowbell, who's currently playing Titanfall 2. Yeah. Nimble, see you later. Swifts, Liz, Chris, anybody else that's still bopping about? Why not? Appreciate you.
But if I tell you now, the sun dies out. better in every way.
Oh no.
Delightful.